Hello, I'm Ernest Dickerson, and this is Trailers from Hell. I'm here today to talk to you about John Huston's masterful work on Toulouse-Lautrec, Moulin Rouge. Let's go to the trailer. Moulin Rouge is set in Paris in the late 19th century in the city's bohemian culture and in the burlesque palace, the Moulin Rouge. Jose Ferrer plays the painter Toulouse-Lautrec, as well as his father, the Count. The real Toulouse-Lautrec was born with a genetic bone condition, making him vulnerable to fractures. This is covered in this film, and how he came to stand less than 5 feet tall. He moved to Paris, where he perfected his impressionist painting style. His paintings concentrated on what was considered scandalous subjects, such as dancing girls, prostitutes, and other characters from the Parisian nightlife. He also made innovations in advertising and printmaking, especially in his poster design, a lot of them advertising the Moulin Rouge itself. Toulouse-Lautrec died from complications from alcoholism and syphilis at the age of 36. For Ferrer to play Toulouse-Lautrec, it was a painful process. To achieve the required height, he was strapped to his short, fake legs, and his own legs were bound behind him. It was so painful that he could only wear this rig for a half an hour before his circulation was cut off. In this film, Ferrer plays Toulouse-Lautrec as an embittered loner, tormented by his doomed relationships with the prostitute Marie Charlet and the model Marianne. But it's definitely a romanticized version of Toulouse-Lautrec's life. The alcoholism is dealt with, but the syphilis is never mentioned. The production code still in force would not allow it. But this film is beautifully directed and acted by all, but this movie is also a landmark in color cinematography. This was John Huston's first film working with the cinematographer Oswald Morris. Huston told Morris he wanted the film to look like it had been directed by Toulouse-Lautrec. Now, what does that mean? They were going to shoot in 3-strip Technicolor, but what Huston was asking for went beyond the normal parameters set by the Technicolor process. They studied Toulouse-Lautrec's paintings and noted 2 things. He used color in his shadows, and the Technicolor was just too harsh and modern for the look of this film. So they made some adjustments to establish color cinematography of the day. Morris decided to use a combination of filling the stages and sets with smoke, to simulate that smoky Moulin Rouge haze. He also used fog filters on the lens, which combined with the smoke, cut back the intensity of the Technicolor look. He also used colored gels on his fill lights to add color to the shadow areas, just like Toulouse-Lautrec did. Some of this is standard procedure for cinematographers today. Smoke is commonly used to desaturate color, but back in 1953, Huston and Morris were driving Technicolor crazy. The company begged them to stop, saying they were going to give Technicolor a bad name, but they persisted and produced groundbreaking results and praise for advancing color cinematography. This marked the beginning of one of cinema's most productive director-cinematographer relationships. They continued their color experiments up through films like Moby Dick, all the way up to The Man Who Would Be King. The film was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, but lost to DeMille's The Greatest Show on Earth, which is considered the worst movie ever to win the Best Picture award. Sacre bleu.